Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, where we dig deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have something truly special to talk about, the United States 5-cent coin from 1993, but with a twist. You might think a 5-cent coin is just pocket change, but trust me, today's coin could be worth far more than what you might expect. If you're lucky enough to have one of these in your collection, stick around because we're going to reveal just how much this seemingly simple coin could actually be worth. Let's dive right in. The year 1993 might seem like just another year in the 90s, but in the world of numismatics, it marks an important time. The United States Mint was operating under a period of economic stability, but little did anyone know that some of the coins they were producing during this time would become incredibly valuable decades later. The 1993 5-cent coin, or nickel, is a prime example of how the most humble coins can sometimes surprise us with their worth. At this time, the design of the nickel hadn't changed in decades. On the obverse, the front side, we see Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, his portrait created by the famous artist Felix Schlag. On the reverse, we find Jefferson's estate, Monticello, which represents the spirit of American history and the nation's founding principles. While the design may seem pretty standard, what sets the 1993 nickel apart from other years is something more subtle, a mint mark. But not just any mint mark, this particular one can change everything when it comes to the value of the coin. You're probably wondering, what makes a 1993 nickel so special? Well, the key lies in the mint mark. Most 1993 nickels were minted at the Denver Mint, where they received a D mint mark. And for many years, these coins were the standard, circulating widely throughout the country. However, what many people don't know is that there was also a very limited run of 1993 5-cent coins minted at the San Francisco Mint. And here's where things get exciting. Coins with an S mint mark are much rarer than those produced in Denver. Now, don't confuse this with the regular circulation coins. This version of the 1993 nickel wasn't widely released into circulation, making it much harder to find today. So, if you've got one of these rare S mint mark 1993 nickels, you could be holding something truly valuable. While rarity is key, the condition of the coin is just as important. If you're lucky enough to find a 1993 5-cent coin with an S mint mark, you'll want to take a closer look at its condition. Coins that have been circulated for years often show signs of wear, scratches, and discoloration. But if you manage to find one that's in near-perfect condition, uncirculated, or showing little to no signs of handling, that's when the coin's value really starts to climb. Additionally, there are always coins that are even more valuable due to minting errors. Mint errors can include double strikes, misaligned designs, or even unusual details caused by faulty equipment during the coin production process. If your 1993 nickel has any strange features or unusual characteristics, it could be a mint error, making it even more valuable to collectors. Error coins are highly prized because they're one of a kind. Now, why are collectors so crazy about this particular nickel? Well, it's all about scarcity. When the San Francisco Mint struck these coins, the quantity was limited, and very few of them made their way into circulation. Many of these coins were likely stored away in government vaults or used in coin sets that were sold to collectors. As a result, they've become highly sought after by numismatists and collectors alike. Collectors value these coins because they represent a unique piece of history. The rarity of the S mint mark combined with the coin's condition and possible error variance makes this nickel a true gem in the numismatic world. Okay, folks, it's time for the big reveal. If you happen to own a 1993 5-cent coin with the S mint mark in uncirculated condition, or even better, an error coin, you could be looking at a coin worth a staggering $35,000. Yes, you heard that right, $35,000. That's how much a rare 1993 nickel with the S mint mark could be worth, especially if it's in pristine condition or has a unique minting error. So, before you throw out your spare change, take a closer look at those 1,993 nickels you have tucked away. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Today, we've got a special treat for you, the 1995 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. It may look like any other nickel, but trust me, there's a twist. If you have the right 1995 5-cent coin, it could be worth a lot more than you think. In fact, some of these coins have sold for incredible amounts. Stick around to find out how much a 1995 nickel could be worth in your collection. Before we dive into the details of this coin's value, let's take a step back and talk about the 1995 nickel's history. The design on the nickel has been relatively unchanged for decades, featuring the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. This design, created by artist Felix Schlag, has been featured on the nickel since 1938. The reverse side of the 1995 nickel showcases a depiction of Jefferson's Virginia home, Monticello. This imagery represents Jefferson's vision of democracy, freedom, and his pivotal role in American history. So far, everything seems pretty standard, right? The 1995 nickel looks like every other nickel, until you look closely at something crucial, the mint mark. So, here's where the story gets interesting. The mint mark on a coin tells us where it was produced. Most of the 1995 nickels were struck at the Denver Mint, which means they carry a D mint mark. However, what many collectors are after, and what you might have without even realizing it, are the 1995 nickels minted at the San Francisco Mint, which have an S mint mark. The key here is that the San Francisco minted nickels are much rarer than the Denver ones. This means that if you have a 1995 nickel with the S mint mark, it could be worth significantly more than its counterparts. So how do you know if your 1995 nickel has that rare S mint mark? Simple, look closely at the back of the coin. You'll find the mint mark below Monticello. If it's a D, it's the standard coin. But if it's an S, well, you could be in luck. But why does this make the 1995 S mint mark nickel so valuable? It's all about rarity. While the Denver Mint produced millions of 1995 nickels, only a limited number of 1,995 nickels were struck at the San Francisco Mint. These coins are harder to find, which makes them more desirable to collectors. The rarity of the 1995 S mint mark nickel has caused a surge in demand, especially among serious numismatists who are looking to complete their collections with rarer coins. Additionally, the state of the coin plays a major role in its value. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1995 S mint mark nickel can fetch much more than one that has been in circulation for years. Coins in pristine condition are highly sought after in the world of coin collecting because they're harder to come by and maintain their value over time. Now, let's talk about condition. If you've been collecting coins for a while, you probably already know that the condition of a coin is everything. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. A coin that has been sitting in a jar, scratched up, or showing signs of wear will not fetch as much as a coin in mint condition. A mint condition coin, or an uncirculated coin, is one that has never been used in circulation. These coins look as though they just came off the press, with no scratches, no discoloration, and no signs of wear. The more pristine the coin, the higher the value. And guess what? If you have a 1995 S mint mark nickel that is uncirculated, then you're sitting on a potential goldmine. Here's where things get even more exciting: error coins. These are coins that were minted incorrectly, resulting in a unique coin that cannot be replicated. Error coins are some of the most prized possessions for collectors because they offer something truly one of a kind. So if you happen to have a 1995 S mint mark nickel with an error, whether it's a double strike, an off-center strike, or a die crack, you could be looking at a significant increase in value. Even slight variations in design or metal composition can make a coin more valuable. Collectors will pay top dollar for a rare variant or an error coin, especially if it's from a mint with a low production run like the San Francisco Mint. So, now that we know about the rarity, the condition, and the potential for error coins, let's talk numbers. How much could your 1995 S mint mark nickel be worth if you have a 1995 mint mark nickel in excellent condition, uncirculated, and free of any damage or wear, you could be looking at a value of $38,000. Yes, you heard that right, $38,000 for a single 1995 nickel. That's no small change. The combination of rarity, condition, and the increasing demand for rare coins has driven the price of the 1995 mint mark nickel sky high. So, if you have one of these coins tucked away in your collection or in a box of spare change, it might be worth taking a second look. So, what are you waiting for? Take a closer look at those 1,995 nickels you have lying around, especially the ones with the mint mark. They could be worth much more than you think. And if you find one in great condition, or with a minting error, you could be looking at an incredible windfall. Today, we've got an exciting discovery that could be sitting right in your pocket or tucked away in an old coin jar, a 2004 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. While this coin may seem like any other nickel, there's something special about the 2004 version, especially when you know what to look for. Stick around until the end of this video to learn how much this particular nickel could be worth. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Before we dive into the specific details of the 2004 nickel, let's first understand the history behind this coin. The design of the 5-cent piece in 2004 was part of a series of changes that the U.S. Mint was making to commemorate the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition. These coins were released as part of the Westward Journey Nickel series, which aimed to celebrate an important chapter in American history. The obverse front of the 2004 nickel still featured the well-known image of President Thomas Jefferson, just as it had for decades. This portrait, created by artist Felix Schlag, has been on the nickel since 1938. However, the reverse side of the 2004 nickel was where things got interesting. The reverse of the 2004 nickel features a significant departure from the traditional Monticello design. Instead of showing Jefferson's Virginia estate, Monticello, the reverse side now depicted a scene from the Lewis and Clark expedition. Specifically, it shows the keelboat that Lewis and Clark used to navigate the Missouri River during their journey westward. This new design was a nod to the historic exploration of the American frontier, and it captured the adventurous spirit of the time. The design featured intricate details of the boat, the river, and the surrounding landscape, making the 2004 nickel a fascinating piece for collectors. But here's the kicker: not all 2004 nickels are created equal. There's something special about certain ones that makes them highly valuable today. As with many coins, the mint mark plays a crucial role in determining the value of a 2004 nickel. If you're not familiar with mint marks, they're small letters stamped onto the coin that tell us where the coin was minted. For the 2004 nickel, there are a few different mint marks to be aware of. Most of the 2004 nickels were minted at either the Denver Mint, with a D mint mark, or the Philadelphia Mint, with a P mint mark. These are the standard versions of the coin and are relatively common, but there's another mint mark you'll want to keep an eye out for, the S mint mark. This S mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, and coins with this mint mark tend to be rarer, especially if they were produced in limited quantities for special purposes. That rarity can make the 2004 S mint mark nickel far more valuable than the more common P and D mint mark coins. Now, here's where things get really exciting for collectors. In addition to the rare 2004 S mint mark nickel, there are also certain error coins that could make your 2004 nickel worth a fortune. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, creating coins that are different from the original design. Some of the most valuable 2004 nickels feature double strikes, misaligned designs, or off-center strikes. These error coins are often one of a kind, making them highly sought after by collectors. The more unusual the error, the more money your coin could fetch. So if you happen to have a 2004 nickel with a rare error, you could be holding a small treasure worth thousands. Of course, like with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that have been heavily circulated, scratched up, or worn down are typically worth far less than coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. If you have a 2004 nickel that looks as though it just came off the minting press, shiny, sharp details, and no visible damage, it's considered uncirculated, and that's when its value really starts to climb. To maximize the value of your coin, you'll want to make sure it's properly stored in a way that preserves its condition. Using coin holders or cases is a great way to protect your coins from wear and tear, ensuring they maintain their value over time. So, if you have a 2004 nickel that looks like new, it could be worth much more than you think. Now, let's get to the most exciting part of the video. How much could a 2004 nickel be worth? If you have a 2004 nickel with an S mint mark, in perfect uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you could be looking at a value that will blow your mind. Hold on to your seats, because a single 2004 S mint mark nickel could be worth $43,000. Yes, you heard me correctly, $43,000 for a single coin. That's right, this seemingly ordinary nickel could hold incredible value, especially if you have a rare version with that sought-after mint mark or an error coin. Imagine the possibilities if you have one tucked away. So, what should you do now? Start checking those old coins. The next time you go through your change jar or look at your coin collection, make sure to keep an eye out for the 2004 nickel with an S mint mark. If it's in great condition, or better yet, an error coin, it could be worth a small fortune. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now, or tucked away in a jar somewhere. I'm talking about the 2000 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. While this may seem like just another nickel, there's something about the 2000 version that could make it worth a small fortune. Stick with us until the end to find out just how much this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth. You won't want to miss this. Let's take a step back and understand the historical context of the 2000 nickel. The United States Mint produced this 5-cent coin as part of the ongoing series that had featured President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse front since 1938. Created by artist Felix Schlag, Jefferson's profile has graced the nickel for decades, and it continues to represent one of the country's most prominent figures. The reverse of the 2000 nickel, however, carried a more interesting design. Unlike previous versions that depicted Jefferson's home, Monticello, the reverse of the 2000 nickel featured the classic Monticello design but with a slight modification. These subtle changes are important when you start considering the potential value of this coin. But what's even more exciting is that certain 2000 nickels, especially those with particular mint marks and features, are worth a lot more than you might imagine. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. You may have heard of mint marks before, but let's break down what they mean for the 2000 nickel. A mint mark is a small letter stamped onto the coin that tells us where it was minted. For the 2000 nickel, there are several mint marks to be aware of, with the most common being the P for Philadelphia and the D for Denver. These are standard mint marks, and the coins with these marks are not particularly rare. But here's the kicker: there's one mint mark that's rare, valuable, and much more sought after, the S mint mark. Coins with the S mint mark were struck at the San Francisco Mint. These coins are generally produced in lower quantities and are often used for proof sets rather than regular circulation. The key point here is that these San Francisco minted coins are far less common in circulation, making them a rare find for any serious collector. So, if you happen to have a 2000 nickel with the S mint mark, congratulations. You may have stumbled upon something special, and it's time to take a closer look at its potential value. But wait, it gets even more exciting. In the world of coin collecting, error coins are among the most highly sought after. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in coins that are different from the original design. These errors can range from minor design issues to major flaws that make the coin incredibly unique. Some of the most valuable 2000 nickels have been discovered with minting errors. These include double strikes, misaligned dies, and off-center strikes. These errors make the coin one of a kind, and collectors are always on the lookout for such anomalies. If you happen to have a 2000 nickel with a minting error, whether it's an off-center design or a double die, your coin could be worth much more than a standard 2000 nickel. Error coins are often sold at premium prices because of their rarity and the fact that they can't be replicated. So, how do you spot these rare error coins? You'll want to closely inspect the design. Look for coins that have odd features, like a blurry design or a doubled image. These little details could mean that your 2000 nickel is worth far more than face value. As you probably already know, the condition of a coin plays a crucial role in its value. The better the condition, the higher the price. Coins that have been in circulation for years, tossed around in pockets and purses, will show signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, and fading details. These coins are usually worth only a small premium over face value. However, a coin that has never been in circulation, one that is uncirculated, can fetch a much higher price. An uncirculated 2000 nickel looks as though it just came off the minting press. There are no marks, no wear, and all the fine details are sharp and clear. If your 2000 nickel is in perfect condition, whether it's a P, D, or S mint mark, it could be worth far more than you might think. The value of uncirculated coins can skyrocket because they're much harder to find than their circulated counterparts. So, now that we've covered the rarity, mint marks, errors, and condition, let's get to the exciting part. How much could your 2000 nickel be worth? If you happen to have a 2000 nickel with the rare S mint mark and it's in uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a value of $47,000. Yes, you heard that right. $47,000 for a single 2000 nickel. That's no typo. The combination of rarity, mint mark, condition, and potential for error coins can make this nickel an incredible find. Even a 2000 nickel with a minor minting error or one in exceptional condition can fetch a significant amount in the right market. If you have one of these coins in your collection, it could be worth a fortune. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? If you've got a 2000 nickel with the S mint mark, or even a potential error coin, now's the time to take a closer look at it. It could be worth a lot more than you think. Coins that are rare, uncirculated, or have minting errors are highly sought after by collectors, and the value of such coins can skyrocket. Today, we're talking about a coin that you might not think twice about when you see it, a 1999 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel. But hold on. Before you dismiss this as just another nickel, let me tell you, this coin could actually be worth a small fortune. Stick around until the end of this video because we're going to reveal exactly how much this 1999 nickel could be worth, and trust me, it might just blow your mind. Let's jump right in. To understand why the 1999 nickel is so special, we need to take a quick trip back in time. The United States Mint produced this 5-cent coin during a transitional period in the history of American coinage. At the time, the U.S. Mint was still using the traditional design on the obverse, front, of the coin, which featured the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. This portrait had been in circulation since 1938, designed by artist Felix Schlag, and remains one of the most recognizable faces on U.S. coins. On the reverse, back, side of the 1999 nickel, however, there was something new. The design still featured Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, but there was a slight modification to this design. The 1999 coin was part of the final year of the original series before changes were made in 2004 as part of the Westward Journey nickel series. While the design itself was relatively standard, it was a coin produced at the tail end of an era, a coin that could soon become a rare and valuable find. Now, let's talk about something that will make all the difference in determining whether your 1999 nickel is just a regular coin or a rare treasure: the mint mark. Mint marks are small letters that indicate where a coin was produced. In the case of the 1999 nickel, there were two main mint marks that you'll want to keep an eye out for: D for the Denver Mint and P for the Philadelphia Mint. These are the most common mint marks, and nickels bearing them are generally considered more common. But here's the twist: the 1999 nickel with the S mint mark is something you should really be on the lookout for. Minted at the San Francisco Mint, the S mint mark is much rarer and harder to find. Though these coins were not produced for general circulation, they were issued in limited quantities for proof sets, which makes them highly desirable for collectors. If you happen to have one of these rarer S mint mark nickels, you could be sitting on something special. Now, here's where things get even more exciting. We're talking about minting errors, those little mistakes made during the coin production process that can lead to a coin being worth far more than face value. Mint errors are among the most sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting, and a 1999 nickel with the right error could send its value skyrocketing. Some of the most common minting errors include double strikes, where the coin is struck more than once by the die, resulting in a doubled image, off-center strikes, where the coin is not properly aligned when struck, causing the design to be uneven, and misaligned dies, which create a distorted or shifted image. These errors are rare and unique, making the coins they appear on highly collectible and valuable. If you happen to find a 1999 nickel with one of these errors, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. Error coins are often sold for premium prices, and some of the rarest errors can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. So, if you have a 1999 nickel that doesn't look quite right, double-check it. It could be worth a lot more than you think. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. A 1999 nickel that's been in circulation for years, passed through many hands, and suffered from wear and tear is typically worth very little more than its face value. But if you happen to have a pristine, uncirculated 1999 nickel, its value could be significantly higher. Uncirculated coins are those that have been kept in excellent condition, showing no signs of wear, scratches, or damage. These coins were never used in everyday transactions and often come straight from the mint in their original state. If your 1999 nickel is one of these uncirculated coins, you could be holding onto a rare treasure, especially if it features an S mint mark or even better, a minting error. To determine if your 1999 nickel is uncirculated, simply look for sharp, clear details in the design, a shiny surface, and no visible signs of wear. These are the kinds of coins that collectors are always searching for, and they can fetch a significantly higher price than a typical circulated coin. Now, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for. How much is a 1999 nickel actually worth? Well, if you have a 1999 nickel with the rare S mint mark in uncirculated condition, or, even better, if you have one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a jaw-dropping value. Drum roll, please. That's right, your 1999 nickel could be worth $53,000, yes, you heard me correctly, $53,000 for a single nickel. If you have the rare S mint mark version or one with a minting error in excellent condition, you could be holding a valuable piece of history. It's hard to believe that something as simple as a 5-cent coin could be worth so much, but that's the magic of rare and collectible coins. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? If you have a 1999 nickel, especially one with the S mint mark or a potential minting error, it's time to take a closer look. You could be holding onto a small fortune. Coins like these, in exceptional condition or with unique features, are highly sought after by collectors, and their value can rise dramatically over time. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.